So, this indie pilot about two girls who voluntarily have their organs harvested got banned from Reddit. Okay, hang on. The name of this pilot is Location 1. It's 35 minutes long and both entirely and fully animated by one person over the span of 2 years. The full pilot releases late this year. Also, the animator and writer is me, by the way. Thank you to everyone who is currently encouraging me and supporting my silly little project. So, how did Location 1 get banned from Reddit? Well, it actually wasn't because of the organ harvesting. It was just some random promotional artwork that got accused of AI without any evidence. It got taken down. I may have told a Reddit mod to learn to draw. I may have gotten banned. Anyway, now that you're all here from the funny clickbait, let me reward you with something actually worth talking about, because I'd much rather tell you more about Location 1. So, you've already heard the premise. A facility where you can sign up to have your regenerative organs donated over and over and over again. Well, there's a lot more to it than that. Something underneath that premise that I find a lot more horrifying. On the surface, I wanted to ask, what if there was a program or a facility which people could voluntarily join to undergo a procedure that would allow them to fully regenerate their internal organs, and in exchange they'd be required to have those organs repeatedly harvested? And the catch, that the endless surgeries would ultimately cause them to die before the age of 40. Would a place like this actually be worth it? If you could end the suffering of people who desperately need those organs, but only by asking other people to repeatedly sacrifice their own bodies, would that be worth it? How would these volunteers learn to cope with their pain and mortality? And that's the part which became so much more interesting and terrifying to me while writing this. It wasn't actually the organ harvesting itself, it was asking why anyone would willingly sign up for it. And that's where Karen and Ivana come from. Karen and Ivana are two different answers to the same question. What happens when you desperately need your life to have meaning? They are opposite reflections of each other, both in how they cope with their circumstances and in why they chose to become a part of Location 1. And these two completely different women end up having exactly what the other one needs, which is probably why I've become so emotionally attached to these two idiots. One just wanted belonging, one just wanted purpose, and ultimately they both have to fight with the same question. What would you be willing to sacrifice to feel like your life mattered? This is a story about people who desperately need their lives to mean something, and a horrifying price they are willing to pay for that feeling. And I won't say more than that, otherwise I'd be spoiling the pilot too much. I love these two sorry little goobers too much. I would also love to make more speed paints like this for Location 1's official artwork, since drawing and recording this one was so much fun. If any of you have ever, donated blood before or something, you might notice some of the inspiration I took from those goofy-ass posters they like putting up, or heaven forbid, the goofy-ass merchandise they like to hand out after you've sat in a chair for half an hour, getting to calmly watch your blood spin in a tube. Okay, I actually find the merchandise a little endearing. I actually like watching my blood spin in a tube. Anyway, I'd love to use these artworks to sell Location 1 merch such as stickers, posters, and an art book sometime after the pilot releases. So please let me know if any of you would be interested. Also, if you're a voice actor who'd like to potentially voice a character from this, keep a lookout for the casting call I'm planning to upload soon. It should be up in about a month or two. I'd make one sooner, but I'm an idiot that decided to study biomed. I like it. But it also makes me wonder why I decided to hate myself so much. I just need to wait until the semester ends, which is a pain. Anyway, thank you for listening to the horrifying philosophy of my cute organ harvesting cartoon.